Something just happened in the BP oil disaster that can really only be explained using a scene from season 5 of The Sopranos. Okay, so Tony and Carmela were going to get divorced, okay? They both need to get divorce lawyers. But because Tony is a criminal mastermind, he effectively poisons the well for Carmela so that all the good divorce lawyers are off limits to her. Do you remember this plot twist?
Hello?
Ms. Soprano, Lee Neiman returning.
Oh, hi. Great. Thank you. The reason I called, I gave your secretary the broad strokes.
You were in the middle of a separation. The original attorney retired.
Right. Bob Greenberg. At any rate, I'm thinking it's time I move forward with the divorce proceedings.
Ms. Soprano, I'm afraid I'm going to have to cut you short. As far as handling it, I'm afraid I have to recuse myself.
What do you mean? Why?
Actually, your husband had been in to see me for a consultation last year.
My husband hired you?
No, but based on a prior meeting, the Code of Professional Responsibility precludes me from representing you because of that consultation.
But he met with Greenberg, too, and he was willing to represent me.
Well, Mr. Greenberg would have found himself in a bit of ethical soup had he actually moved forward.
See, I don't understand this. Why is my husband so picky? He talked to 7 or 8 of the top divorce attorneys in New Jersey.
Well, you can probably figure that maneuver out for yourself.
Jesus Christ.
I understand your frustration. If you like, I can recommend a colleague. Someone your husband hasn't contaminated.
Well, yeah, okay.
Someone your husband hasn't contaminated. Perfect verb for using that plot twist in The Sopranos to understand what BP has been trying to do to science on the Gulf Coast. All right, the Mobile Press Register reports that for the last few weeks, BP has been trying to hire tons of prominent scientists in the Gulf Coast region to help the company defend itself against the inevitable litigation to come. According to the Press Register, BP even tried to hire the entire Marine Sciences Department at one Alabama university. That school turned BP down, but it is reported that scientists from several other universities in the region have accepted BP's offer. Now, the Press Register obtained a copy of a contract that BP was shopping to scientists. The contract, quote, prohibits the scientists from publishing their research, sharing it with other scientists, or speaking about the data they collect for at least 3 years. Scientists approached with the deal told the paper that BP offered to pay $250 an hour for the scientists to help BP with its legal defense. And, of course, for them to not say a word to anyone about what their research shows. The head of the Dauphin Island Sea Lab in Alabama told the Press Register, quote, it makes me feel like they were more interested in making sure we couldn't testify against them than in having us testify for them. Think about how this would work. When the government files a natural resources damage assessment lawsuit against BP, the government will have to turn to the scientific community to build their case against BP. The government will start looking for Gulf Coast regional experts on sharks and marine invertebrates and plankton and marshes and oceanography. They'll be looking to those experts for evidence and to use them as experts. But if all goes well with BP's buy up all the scientists plan, all or most of those Gulf Coast experts will already be on the BP payroll, prohibited by contract from sharing their research with anyone, and prohibited by conflict of interest concerns from participating in the government's lawsuit. Nice plan, right? Ta-da! Or maybe I should say, bada bing.